Frustrated and lost in thought as she reminisces the crowning of her academic toils, Teresa Edusei graduated with first-class honors in Information Studies and Psychology from the University of Ghana. She was hopeful of landing a lucrative white-collar job. 3 years on, that hope has diminished.
It was very heartbreaking because I thought it was my breakthrough. Because I think on my graduation day when I called my dad, not my biological dad though, but they both came, including my mom. And then he was like, I've made him proud, but then he's not so happy I had a first class. I was like, why? And then he said, with a first class, getting a job in this country is very difficult. And I really felt sad. I was like, it's my day. It's not easy getting first class, and so even not for anything, I should just be happy on this day. So when I applied for civil service, I went through the interview and everything. I thought I was going to prove him wrong, only for me to find out I wasn't called. From 2019, when I was about completing service, that was when I started a job hunt. Because I know with civil servants, it's very difficult for them to pick you unless you apply. So as I was doing my service, about leaving, so 2019 through to 2021, I've tried more than 5. If I should add LinkedIn, it should be more than 10. You send CVs, you don't get feedback.
Teresa desperately appealed to many influential people, including her pastor, to help her land a good job. But all efforts came to nothing.
I've given my CVs out. My district pastor is even one. I've given my CVs out to him. I've sent CVs to a couple of people in church. I've told people, so this is my qualification. If you hear of anything you think it would be of good use to me, just let me know. And then up till now, I haven't heard anything from anybody.
Societal and family pressures kept mounting, and being the first child of 5, she felt burdened to get a job to support her younger siblings. After years of job search and with no glimmer of hope, the first-class graduate decided to turn her hobby into a day job: hairdressing.
And I told my daddy, I want to get a shop. I was like, shop for what? I was like, I have passion for hair. And then he was like, okay. So they really supported me. With the help of others, we set up the place. That was just last year. My mom wasn't okay. They really supported me and everything, but she was like, so if I'm with my friends and then they ask me, I'm like, oh, my banana call UG, she has graduated first class into a day or a hairdresser. She feels so embarrassed. And I'm like, you don't ask them for money. I don't ask them for money. Now I don't ask you for money. Though it is not an official or it's not a 9-to-5 job, but there's things I can feed myself. If my siblings need something, I can support. I feel it's okay.
Tell me, okay, so by hairdressing in Papa, easy, and you better, my family Tianji, because Ebusiani Libby. You are short and to loan your Quajian and maybe to half. Once or ban your man loans, maybe to and Papa and Shetia, your Chetia. Into a cast of a hairdresser and agents, maybe dear man cast up. Only saw by a hairdresser. I don't want me out for him pushing a hairdresser. No, my we are Jibo want to our push now, which I have by a hairdresser. You know, no Sam say. And to meet Fie, and to the Bian Mobile scam, and see, or be away in Kaka and Yamayanadum, Nessa, Onya Jumana. No way, no, point to Mamma Jimmy by. Uncle Fonse say me, Jan or your penno, or no one is the Siano, Matuama, no, I am here by. What's the mean to me for soon?
Others were like, so I try to tell us that your parents have wasted their money they pay for your tuition, your whole fees and everything is wasted. Why don't you get? And they make you feel like you are not pushing hard to get a job. If only they were in my shoes and then they know the attempts I've made and then it hasn't worked so well for me, they would understand. And they're like, so you've made up your mind you are going to work with this hair thing, you won't do any other thing. I'm like, I'm not getting it, so what do you want me to do? It's better than me just sitting at home doing nothing in the morning and work to my parents and go for money. Sometimes they really say some things and then you really feel bad. But then you just say to yourself, you are doing so well for yourself, so just keep pushing.
Teresa's story reflects thousands of young brains struggling to make ends meet in an economy that constantly churns out more graduates than it creates jobs. According to data from the University of Ghana's Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, only 10% of graduates find work within a year after graduation. Furthermore, according to the 2021 Population and Housing Census, youth unemployment is at 19.7%, a 118.89% increase from 9% between 2017 and 2020. Simply put, youth unemployment in Ghana has more than doubled from 9% on average between 2017 and 2020 to 19.7% in 2021. It's been 6 months since Teresa built this container saloon. She did it with the help of her father and a few close friends. At the very least, this weans her of financial support from her parents.
I didn't learn it. Whilst I was on campus, I used to style my own hair. And then I used to style for my roommates too as well. In fact, they helped me discover my talent. Business is fine, so far so good.
The urge to hunt for a job had died down.
No.
Teresa is no longer interested in furthering her education. She fears pursuing a master's degree may even compound her woes.
I'm not thinking about my master's now because I feel if I do my master's, the opportunity of me staying back home is high without getting a job.
For now, all she needs is some capital to expand her business.
I wouldn't want to quit this job because I have bigger plans for this job. I really need financial support. I made inquiries on getting a shop with its equipment, like up-to-date equipment and everything. And then it amounts to close to 100,000 Ghana cedis. If I'm able to raise that amount of money and set up that business, I'm actually going to employ a lot of people because I really have a lot in mind. But now the capital to get that is the issue now. Sincerely, she's really good, very good. I actually don't like braids because it's really painful for me. I can't bear the pains, but the first time I patronized their services, I loved it.
If the predictions of analysts about Ghana's soaring unemployment rate are correct, the country is sitting on a ticking time bomb. The government and tertiary institutions must urgently overhaul the educational curricula, provide specialized training and mentorship, as well as create an enabling environment for the private sector to absorb the teeming graduates. Emmanuel, DZIVENU's report for Joy Prime.